What is going on YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today. Today I am bringing you guys a very fun sand team that's featuring Tyranitar and Hippowdon both, Sandslash, which is our main sweeper, Gastrodon, Heatran, holding the choice specs, and Probopass, which is a body press set. I didn't even realize this move was in the game until just recently, so this thing is ready to go, really. I mean, it's pretty cool with iron defense, and then you just tank a lot of hits and stuff. But anyway, looking at our opponent's team, they're rocking out with a Gyarados, Charizard, Cloyster, Tyranitar, Arcanine, and Rotom Wash. Now, the question today is, what is your favorite weather setting Pokemon? Back in VGC, I loved the rain stuff, but here in singles format, I'm more of a fan of sand. I'm actually gonna lead Tyranitar. I like the sand format. There's a lot of niche picks like the Sandslash with this sand rush ability, and then just the overall damage that you can do to your opponent just due to the sand over time. You know, you keep trying to set that up. As long as your opponent doesn't really have a strong weather like a sun or a rain, which rain has been nerfed in BDSP. You're not allowed to use drizzle Pokemon, where you can. We're gonna go ahead switch into our Gastrodon, but you can use Tyranitar, you can use Ninetales to set up the drought, Hippowdon to help you set up the sand and everything, and where you can't do that in the rain. So I feel like rain has taken a big hit. Now rain is still a really strong team format. You got some pretty awesome Pokemon like Sableye, like Volbeat, that has the prankster ability that just says, hey, you know, we're gonna set this up for you, and we're gonna let your rain Pokemon win the game. We got similar situations with the sand team. It's a little bit weaker than rain, but we still got some really strong sweepers with the sand stuff. So I hope you guys do enjoy. Anyway, let's get into this battle. Did you see how much damage we just did to that Cloyster? We just did half damage to that thing. Yeah, let's just throw another Scald out. Icicle Spear, this will hit 5 times, but should we? Yeah, we should take this pretty well. This is a very defensive Gastrodon. That's why I was really shocked, even though we are at +1. How do we not? How do we do that much damage? I'm hoping this wasn't King's Rock. Oh, it is. It's King's Rock Cloyster. So there's a huge chance for this thing just to flinch us to death, actually. So that's actually not in our best interest. I'm going to stay in. Hopefully we don't get flinched this time around, or it can miss. I think Icicle Spear is it's like 90 something accuracy. It's close to 100, but it does have a chance of missing. Definitely once you're in skill link though, you're going to hit 5 times. Let's see. Thank you. We do not flinch the second time. And we actually take out Cloyster, which, you know what? We're a sand team. That's one of the huge threats on our opponent's team. He's got several different huge threats, you know, that we need to try and keep in check with our Gastrodon. Gastrodon is a little bit low, but we do have recovery on this thing, but we'll see what we can do. Because, I mean, like I said, we are low. Most things can pick off our Gastrodon from the range that it's at, so we definitely have to switch it out for right now. Maybe bring it back in on the Rotom. That would be probably the best thing. Gyarados. Gyarados doesn't have anything for Gastrodon though. Like, it really doesn't. It doesn't have Power Whip anymore in BDSP. So I feel safe. Go ahead, clicking this recover. What you got, Crunch? Yeah, we're a very defensive Gastrodon. So yes, go ahead. I'll recover back up. And I don't care. I'll click recover one more time. Just that way Gastrodon is back at full health, and then we'll decide whatever situation we're in. Our opponent may be switching out right now. Our opponent might be trying to stay in, which is a little bit sus. I mean, I definitely don't know, but they have so many water types though. Okay, so they are Dragon Dancing. Like I said, we're a defensive Gastrodon. We should be able to tank these hits relatively well. I do want to try and burn this thing with Scald versus going for Ice Beam. Just trying to get the burn on this thing will be super helpful. So let's see if we can get this burn. Plus, I mean, you gotta think, we are +1. He's going for Ice Fang. Not that much damage. I think, honestly, he's fishing for the freeze. But actually, I believe Scald actually unfalls you. So that's... You can go ahead, go for that freeze hacks if you want. But I'm fine with that, you know. I mean, I think your best play is to go for the crunch. If you want to power me up, I would prefer a waterfall. But, you know. But his best play has to be this crunch. I think it has a... Crunch has a chance, too, to also lower my defense, which is definitely what you want. The interesting thing is to note that you're deciding to stay in with your Gyarados against my Gastrodon. Gastrodon having the recovery attack. Recovery move. And your Gyarados doesn't have any form of recovery. And so this is, you gotta know that this is going to become a losing battle for you, and I'm going to end up with a full health Gastrodon by the end of this, right? I mean, that's definitely the outcome of what's going to happen. You almost have to think that the opponent had to know that, but maybe they thought I would be afraid of the Power Whip on the potential Gyarados, but I know you can't have Power Whip on BDSP Gyarados. At this point, we're just going to throw an Ice Beam at you. You might be deciding to... Okay, battle is canceled. Yeah, basically he was in a big losing fight right there. I will find another opponent for this video, though. Don't worry, guys. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so I found another opponent, Pablo. He's rocking out with an Infernape, Empoleon, Raichu, Blissey, Clefable, and Knockout. What a cool team. What a cool team. Double starters, but then you rocking out with the Raichu. I love that. And then the Blissey, Clefable. Knockout is such a niche pick as well. I need to come up with a Knockout team. Knockout is very good special defensively. I used to run a Toxic set with Knockout, but I don't necessarily know if it still can get Toxic or not. I definitely need to look into that. For leads, I need to try and find a way to get some Stealth Rock set up. I feel like once we get Stealth Rock set up, we're in a good spot. I got 2 Stealth Rock users, Trianatar and Probopass. I think, honestly, Trianatar is not too bad here. Like, what's the worst case you do is lead Empoleon, and then I can go into my Gastrodon. So that's not the end of the world. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Now, with this team build, I see the 2 stars on my opponent's team, and it reminds me of what I was wanting to do. I was originally going to be having Torterra on this team over Probopass, but then I learned that Probopass can get Body Press, and I was like, you know what? No, I want the Body Press. Okay, so we're in this situation right now. Moonblast shouldn't be doing all that much damage, I wouldn't imagine. Setting up my own Stealth Rocks would be fantastic here. Yes, I know we're going to be getting hit by this super effective Moonblast, but we're in the sand. Calm Mind. Uh-oh. Now that could get scary fast. I do have the Sandslash. Sandslash does have the Poison Jab. And it's Choice Banded. We also have Heatran. And I think Heatran's the right play, because we are still... And this Heatran is a bulky offensive Heatran. I'm just going to be throwing a Choice Spec Slash Cannon your way. I mean, I don't I don't see this Moonblast doing all that much. In fact, I might be anticipating the switch. If I'm anticipating the switch, the right move is actually to go for the overheat, predicting a switch is just there. It's just going to be doing so much damage. But I still don't necessarily know if he's going to be switching or if he's... I don't necessarily know what his game plan is. I think the safe play is definitely just go for a Flash Cannon. Yeah, I didn't scout out my opponent very well just yet, you know, so I think right now I'm just going for the safe play. Flash Cannon to Blissey is not the end of the world either. Like, this should do a lot of damage. Might even get a special defensive drop. That's not bad damage. And hey, look, I call it a special defense drop. You know what? Sometimes I know what I'm doing, right? So right here, we could easily go into Probopass, and we're definitely threatening with the body press, even if we don't set it up. You know, Probopass is a nice switch in because we don't necessarily know what kind of Blissey it is. Is it Seismic Toss or is it a very offensive Serene Grace Blissey? I'd much rather let Probopass deal with this. It looks like it's a very standard, I guess is what you call Blissey. Definitely not standard to me because I don't necessarily like this kind of Blissey. I prefer a very offensive Blissey with the good fixings of the Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Thunder, you know. But right here, we can definitely threaten with the body press. It looks like our opponent is not very aware that Probopass has a super effective physical attack against it. Let's see how much body press can do. About half. About half. That's not too bad. Because that forces the Blissey to A, go for another soft boil. That will allow us to set up one iron defense. That will allow us to easily set this iron defense. Granted, as long as we don't get fully paralyzed. We might be able to set up a second one. And then I would just like to know what this Blissey wants to do against us. Your best offensive attack is the Seismic Toss, and I just don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? That definitely will not be taking us out before you can... at this point, I say go for another iron defense. Having two of those set up, it definitely pushes my opponent to that scenario where he doesn't necessarily want me to be setting up in front of his Blissey. So he's forced to switch. Now who threatens my Probopass? Empoleon. Okay, I honestly would say no, it doesn't fully threaten me, you know, like, it's definitely a scary-ish Pokemon, but it doesn't necessarily threaten me thanks to the sand. The sand up really will help me survive a Scald from this Empoleon. Let's find out. Yeah, we're also specially defensive, so that kind of helps too. But body press coming out. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. See you next time. Infernape would have been a very interesting move though, but I mean, it is what it is. Now that the sand is gone, and we already beat your Empoleon. That's the power of the sand though, you know, the sand boosting our special defense on this team really helps this team out, helps this team shine very strongly. And then what it does for Sandslash, it boosts its special defense like you've seen there, but it also gives them a speed boost. So Sandslash basically becomes one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. And that's just really fun to watch too, you know? Alright, so Clefable comes back out. And that's fine. Like, I don't necessarily know what Clefable can do to us. But I'm going to go ahead and throw a Thunder Wave at you. Flamethrower, I mean, like I said, we should take it. Yeah, look at that. We take that with no problem whatsoever. At this point, I'm fine. Let's just go ahead and set up another body press. Or non-body press. An iron defense. And see what happens. Because his strong attack barely dented us. Like, we could eat that for leftovers. That's basically the leftovers is what that Flamethrower did to us. So, yeah, he's definitely forced to switch out at this point. If he stays in, what are you going to be doing? Setting up a Calm Mind, which really wouldn't help you out too much, I wouldn't imagine, because now you're doing, you just did about leftovers. If I cannot get fully paralyzed, we might be in a good spot to where you're just going to barely do over leftovers, you know. So I mean, you're still not doing that much damage to me. And finally he gets paralyzed as well, so, and we get an iron defense off. Fantastic. Now we got 2 iron defenses. I would like to get one more set up, that way we have max defense. And then I'm gonna go full on body press on this thing. Full on body press. Fully paralyzed. You'd love to see that. We had 2 fully paralyzes on our Probopass. He's finally figuring out how to move again. And we got 3 iron defenses set up. Now let's go for this biggest body press you've ever seen. And we should be in a good spot. We should be in a very good spot. Let's see how much damage we can do. I'm assuming it can do at least... I'm assuming it does about 3/4 of its HP right now. Like, I know it resists it, but unless it's unaware. But then again, I don't know how that works with body press either, you know. That still does quite a bit because it's based on our defense. Our defense is still being rows, you know. But I don't know if it's unaware, because I still don't necessarily know the full count of what it should be doing to a Clefable, because Clefable is kind of a defensive Pokemon to begin with. But we did good damage. It looks like it's not exactly how powerful I wanted it to be, but we're doing good damage. He has Moonlight. Why you... And this is the same scenario against that last guy. Why you committing the Clefable like how he was committing the Gyarados? When we're set up, you know, we're good. You gotta try and stop us. Don't be throwing these Moonlights at us. Don't be throwing we're in the Gyarados case, he was actually trying to set up a Dragon Dance, but we were in a Gastrodon, you know. Like, we had a way better matchup, and that was the scenario, you know. It's like, you can set these Calm Minds up all day if you want to. Like, you can. Eventually, it's not helping you, though. You know what I'm saying? But now, watch this. This would be the turn that he gets fully paralyzed when he's trying to go for this recovery attack, and we're going to be able to pick up the KO. Let's see. We might not be able to pick up this KO, though. We'll see, though. Or he's just going to be going for an attacking move. Let's find out. Flamethrower. There's the attacking move. Okay. It still won't do that much damage. Like, that's still not that much damage compared to what we're doing to you. We might be able to pick up the KO. We do. Fantastic. We have a Probopass that's set up. Any physical attacks coming our way, we don't care. And like I said, this is a special defensive Probopass. So this Probopass really doesn't care about special attacks either. This Probopass might be considered unkillable at this moment. Like, I would like to see who could come in to stop this Probopass. Unless you have a Roar Pokemon or a Whirlwind Pokemon, and we get fully paralyzed, or well, no, you wouldn't have Focus Sash anymore because we have Stealth Rock set up. So at that point, you have to have the Roar or Whirlwind Pokemon to come in to stop us, and Raichu is not the Pokemon. We could definitely take this thing out. Not too worried about this. Body press. What do you got for us? Surf. Like I said, we should be able to take this. Fantastic stuff you'd love to see. Do not be fully paralyzed. That's a Life Orb Raichu. Fantastic. Part of me wants to switch the Probopass out, but then part of me is like, no, just let Probopass do what Probopass does, you know, and that's just put a huge dent to the opponent's team, which he already has. We took out the Clefable, we've also took out the Empoleon, and now the Raichu. That has to be Infernape. Wukong. I like that name, though. That's pretty cool. What kind of Infernape are you? Are you Mixape, or are you physical, special oriented? We'll find out. Fake out. Did 1 HP. I'm going to be like his life or did more damage to him. and I'm gonna be eating some leftovers. I'm gonna have more HP. That's nice. I'm gonna have more HP than I did at the very beginning of that turn. So very interesting. Now you have less, and then you show me that your life orb. Close combat. It'd be close. Like if it took me out or not. Mach Punch is not the sauce, dude. Mach Punch is not the sauce. You had to go for close combat. I think close combat could have knocked me out. Fantastic. We crit the Infernape. It doesn't matter. Infernape would have went down no matter what, because Infernape is relatively frail. And you know what? Probopass is here. Probopass is here taking names. You know, in the original Generation 4, we did not have body press on a Probopass. Like, I'm actually still kind of shocked to find that this is on Probopass. What was the other Pokemon? There's only 2 Pokemon. I looked it up. It was Slaking, I'm pretty sure. No, it wasn't Slaking. It was Regigigas, which not too many people's going to be running Body Press Regigigas, but I could definitely see Body Press Probopass putting in a lot of work. Regigigas having a slow start, it really makes it hard to use unless you're in doubles, and then Weezing's still got the ability neutralizing gas, so for BDSP doubles, I could definitely see Regigigas putting in a lot of work. Just pairing up with Weezing again. Seismic Toss coming out. Do we survive? I didn't look at our HP. No, we do not. Probopass finally goes down, but not before it takes a huge dent into my opponent's team. Our opponent, I believe, only has 2 Pokemon left. You know, that's very doable. We're just gonna go ahead, set up the sand, and practically see if we can get either Triantar just to do something, or we try and get Sandslash. I think the opportunity right now to get Sandslash in is huge, because I mean, we definitely don't want to get Thunder Waved on our Triantar. Sandslash being a ground, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's being a ground type, just doesn't care about the Thunder Wave. And now we can throw a huge Earthquake. Like I said, we're choice banded, and this is stabbed Earthquake. Yes, please. The reason we have Rapid Spin on here, for the ones that are looking at the moveset and be like, why do you have Rapid Spin on a Choice Band? And really and truthfully, it's just for certain scenarios, like if Stealth Rocks are set up or Sticky Webs are set up. I want a scenario to where we have a way to get rid of that if we need it. Most likely, like I said, Stealth Rocks really don't bother this team that much because we are a sand team. We actually resist the Stealth Rocks. Like, yeah, they'll get a little bit of a chip damage, but that's it. Like, it's not as annoying as if we had like a Charizard. So I just wanted to have it on the team, but I didn't have to have it. Ooh, there's a Knockdown. But I didn't have to have it on a dedicated Pokemon, you know? Alright, so Knockdown comes out. So, Knockdown, like I said in the team preview, Knockdown is a very special defensive Pokemon. Not very defensively built, but, you know, I mean, it reminds me of back in the day we used to run Toxic. I want to know, I didn't even know it got Moonblast. Hello. Wow, okay. I didn't know it got Moonblast. That's something totally new for me to know. But, like I said, back in the day, very specially defensive Toxic user. You definitely probably won't see Toxic on it anymore. But it's good special defensively, not very much physically on the physical defense. And like I said, we just take it out. It's not a very offensive Pokemon either. It's definitely a defensive pivot. But very fun game nonetheless. Good game, Pablo. I enjoyed battling you. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Click on this video that's on your screen right now if you guys want some more. This is Wi-Fi Merriman signing out. Peace.